Not every day feels like a milestone. Most days don't. They're just these long stretches of showing up, keeping your head down, and doing the work when nobody's watching. And in the moment, it doesn't look like much until it does. Because those ordinary days, they just start stacking. And then one morning you stop, look around, and you realize the place isn't what it used to be. You're not what you used to be. And that's the surprise of the real progress. It sneaks up on you. But only if you've been super stubborn and hard-headed enough to keep showing up and keep doing that work. And this was one of those days. I was walking by these old cast iron table bases. I think they came out of like a local diner, maybe a Hardee's or something. And I've already dismantled this one. I wanted these plates because they look pretty cool, very industrial. And they've got like a 1/2-inch hole there. And I was just thinking that they would be great at the base of a wall-mounted industrial lamp somewhere else in the venue. So I got one there and one there, and miraculously, even though the bases are all crushed and broken, these kind of delicate cast iron flush mounts, or not flush mounts, but bases here have survived. So I think I can wire wheel those and spray paint them black or dark gray or whatever. And the great thing is that there's a matching pair of them. So I guess the idea, see the screw holes, would be just to mount those right on the wall and then bring 1/2-inch conduit out of this and, you know, just bend it down and then put like an industrial lampshade on it. And yeah, super unique. So introduce you all to Otto.
Hi there.
You came from a long way.
Came from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Wow. So he couldn't make it at the volunteer day, but
Yeah, this lines up perfectly. I'm going to see my mom up in Sycamore, Illinois. So I figured since I'm on the road, I wanted to check out a couple of places. This was more or less on the way. This was a perfect opportunity. I'm looking to get into something like this for some crazy reason.
yeah. So the big question I always ask is, does it look the same when you're here?
Bigger, much bigger. Just walking around a little bit now. It's
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So many little nooks and crannies and everything here.
Well, later on we'll go up on the second and third floor, and that's
Yeah,
where it really
I'd love
hits
to
you
see
up
more.
there. Yeah.
That earthen bank up to the second floor out back is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Looks like you're just getting that cleared up.
I wouldn't
now.
trust it for a semi, but it is good for loading stuff out. So this is the space. All of that was like a mountain of trash, and they've cleared that out. And if you remember, we made a tool room that's all the way back where Bob's right there at the overhead door. So he just went to get a tool. You know, it takes about 10 minutes round trip to go down there and get something. So we're gonna make a little area here where we can keep the tools so they're much closer at hand. And hopefully that'll increase the speed at which we can do things. So our idea is to make basically the MVP, the minimum viable product that we can to get this place up and going and generating a little income. So basically what that means is we need one single room that we can use for venue rental space. We have ambitions to kind of do this whole wraparound area of the building. But for now, we're just gonna try to get this room up and going. We have this space right here, and then we have right through here, this is the front entrance, and this is gonna be part of the bathrooms. Sadly, this space is not big enough, so we've got a couple different options for doing that, but that's for another video. We need to have, I think, 3 toilets for men and for women. One of them has to be ADA compliant. There's some other things. It won't all fit in here, so sadly. But moving on, there's the, we need because that's the one way out, and we need a second way out on the other side. And in order to make it up to code and legal, it all has to be firewalled off. So build a firewall and then cut a door in right there. So before we can do that, we gotta get all this metal out of here. And this is the perfect workbench for that space that I was just telling you about. So
Yeah, we got a ton of sheet metal that we got to get rid of first. As you guys all know, my relationship with safety equipment is evolving, and I need a pair of gloves because we're going to be handling that sheet metal. So the weird thing is that this metal can always come in useful, but we've never used a single piece of it since I've since I've owned the place. So do we save it? Do we not?
It's very handy for someone, but not necessarily you.
Just not us, yeah. Okay.
You ever buy that gym membership and then never go? That's what this pile has been for me. I mean, really. Every time I walked past it, it just sat there still and silent, and it was judging me. You know, not out loud, just that quiet kind of judgment, the way like your unused treadmill judges you when you throw your laundry on it. But the difference is at the gym, it's strangers giving you the side eye. Here it's my friends. They don't say it out loud, but I can see it. Bob threw out his back, and Keith just kept expressing doubt the entire time. So, yeah, the judgment was there, just hidden under groans and sarcasm. And honestly, if this really was like the gym, there'd be mirrors everywhere and nosy strangers watching my form. Instead, I've got friends helping me. And if they're judging, they're polite enough to hide it. And of course, there weren't any six-packs of any kind anywhere in sight. No six-pack abs, no six-packs of beer to make this whole thing more fun. Just ibuprofen and bad jokes. And the workout's the same as at any gym. Sweat, sore muscles, and a few moments where you're convinced that gravity has a personal grudge against you. Except here, the equipment comes with bonus features: rust, sharp edges, and tetanus just waiting to happen. And the weird thing is, like, I think the tetanus is good for 10 years. I probably got mine about 9.5 years ago, so I need to do something about that. Anyway, the progress that we're making here, it's kind of the same too. It's slow, no dramatic before and after photo, no applause, just a little more floor than we had yesterday. But that's enough, because you don't get stronger by owning the gym membership. You get stronger by showing up, moving the weight, laughing at the judgment, even if it's from your friends, and pretending you don't notice your buddy is bleeding from a mystery cut or walking like a duck from a herniated disc while he swears that he's fine. And unlike the treadmill, this pile didn't outstubborn me. It might have outstubborned Bob and Keith, though.
Whoa, that was way harder. But man, this is like a win in the lottery. Look at this workbench. This was like a sheet metal workbench. They had the different gauges of metal that you would just slide in there. And I was told by somebody who came to one of the auctions that they had like a 15-foot metal brake, and I bet that was sitting on that table. But it's got electrical outlets mounted to it. This is the perfect outfeed table for my table saw, which will be so incredibly helpful. So, does need a little repair. A few of the 2x4s on the end are they've worked their way out. And it's made by really hardcore 2-inch thick 2x12s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, 48 inches by like, I would say 17 or 18 feet. I don't know how long that is, but it's really long. Okay, win. I'll take it. I'll take it. So mixed in all that sheet metal were several pieces that are either stainless, and it's really heavy gauge, and aluminum, a whole bunch of heavy aluminum. So we set that aside, and the rest is going out in storage. So, dang, we're in a tight spot. This thing is hundreds of pounds. We got one end up on the roller there. But even if we can get this up, which we're not sure we can, we don't know if we're going to be able to navigate all these corners because the thing is so darn long. So, I think we're going to be able to navigate those corners. Speechless. He's speechless.
Okay, I have my doubts.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, we try something else.
We only got to do it one time. Can you see where the old door was here
Yeah.
to get out? Here we go. We'll just eliminate obstacles and stuff one by one. Just don't ditch your toes under there, Pete. Oh, we hit something over here. Oh, it's this steel trim on the floor.
We'll go back toward you.
There we go, we're over it.
Ooh. Hold on. That's gonna be close.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I think you're gonna make it.
This roller is sliding to the side here.
You pass the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steer it. About right, Bob? Right here?
Yeah, whatever you think.
Should we be a little bit closer to that wall, or is this okay?
I'm fine with it.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Oh, this table is going to be good for a thumbnail. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to be a good thumbnail thing.
Better thumbnail than table.
Wow. I was just about to say that. That's one of my biggest weaknesses is I don't like take a moment and just show everything in detail before we get started. Because I didn't get footage of the way this building was in the very earliest days. It was 2 years in before I even started making videos. And I wish I would have done that because it was pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Okay, so somewhere back in 1967, a man stood in this very room and decided, you know what this place really needs? No, like what it really needs? Paneling. And not just any old wood, mind you. Thin little sheets pressed together to look like lumber, stapled up in neat little rows. It was the future. It was progress, and it was stylish. And outside the building, 1967 was already humming. The Beatles had just released Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Thurgood Marshall was sworn in as the first black justice on the Supreme Court, and Vietnam was on every television set, every newspaper, every dinner table. The world was cracking open, reshaping itself faster than anybody could keep up. But in small towns like mine, people were making their own changes. A roll of shag carpet here, a line of avocado-green paint there. Families traded the old plaster walls for a surface you could wipe down with a sponge. It was practical, affordable, maybe even a little bit fancy. And that's the thing that I'm trying to remember as we peel these sheets down half a century later. What looks dated and tacky to us today was, in its moment, an upgrade, a point of pride. But now here I am ripping it all down so I can get back to the brick. The same brick that somebody in 1967 looked at and said, ugh, that's awful, cover it up. Full circle. Paneling in, paneling out. Avocado paint, white paint, bare brick again. It really makes me wonder what some poor guy 50 years from now will be doing. Tearing out all of my hard work, shaking his head and saying, what was he thinking?
I'm always excited to see what we uncover when we remove paneling and stuff, but not excited to see this. I guess when they put this steel door in, they just chipped all this out to get it in, and because they were covering with paneling, they just left it as is. And yeah, that's horrible. That all has to be re-bricked. And as you guys know, I'm not very good at laying brick. I'm just a beginner, so. Awesome.
Purpley.
Okay, so where are we at? Oh,
It looks much better. Got
It's all
everything
clean.
off the walls. Of course, you're not done till you clean up. At least that's what I was taught. So that can is going to be unbelievably heavy. Hate to leave it like that.
that's okay.
But yeah, it's
we
gonna
build
dump
pallets,
something. Okay.
pallet boxes, and just dump them in, and then they go to the landfill. Just from those two. I look at the early videos on my channel, and I see the videos where all of those windows weren't boarded up, and this place is just bright, so bright.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I can't wait till it gets back to that. I think that we'll even probably at some point knock all these cinder block out, and then we need to come up with a good system for restoring these windows.
Yeah, that really makes sense, at least on the first floor.
Yeah.
on these big.
A lot of people who are real particular about this elevator, so try not to let them down.
I'm sure.
So what are you doing? You're revealing.
Well, we're going to see what this was originally looked like.
In all her glory.
This, and there's all this material and plywood, and you start thinking, oh boy, can't I be a good steward and reuse some of this? And you just can't.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's paneling when it's on the wall, but when it comes down, it's actually powder.
Yeah. And even the wood underneath is full of nails and small pieces that you can't repurpose.
Yeah.
A real shame in some regards.
So, well, I'm excited to see what it looks like once it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, this racket you guys are making over here.
That's right. Busting the place out.
Whoa.
Isn't that cool? Boy, I'm glad
Yeah.
you came around the corner 10 seconds earlier. We had an OSHA violation for a second there.
Uh-oh.
Just for a second.
Proper lettering.
Good thing I don't pay anybody.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, you pay me what I'm worth, so.
Yeah.
Hey, got an idea.
Oh, even this corner's done.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that went quick.
Got an idea, Christopher.
What idea do you have?
This is still functional. Whoops. Except I just
Not
dropped
very
the lid.
functional. I've
Yeah.
got about 50 of these boxes in the other room.
You know what I'm thinking about doing with that?
Elevator control?
No.
What?
Thinking about putting that over there and run these overhead lights and make this the light switch.
Oh, okay.
It'd be
Well-
industrial, it'd be original.
Do you have your flashlight somewhere?
I had a feeling you were heading for the dark room.
We're heading for the dark. Oh, wow, look at this.
Yeah, look at the dust.
It's,
No, use the farce.
I'm a Sith. Okay.
Don't be a thief.
Don't be a thithy. Sith. Okay, check it. So these all probably work, right? Like,
Oh, I would imagine.
I mean, let's see here. Hold that for me. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll just pick one that looks kind of clean and.
there's about 50 of them there or something.
Is that a 3-buttoner?
Yeah, 3-buttoner. They're just from the machines that were here in the building. They were all piled up in one room, and I was scrapping all the metal, and I just decided
You know what
I'll
that
keep
one
those.
might be cool for? Up, down.
Up and down?
Second floor elevator.
Or a first, second, third floor. That'd probably be too hard to program, right?
Yeah.
But up and down?
That's a very cool, that would be a nice vintage looking piece.
Yeah, okay, well, let's use it.
Got that beam there, so you can't get in from above.
Oh, okay. But now it's just flat because the corner hugs, right?
Yeah, and then of course they're nailed into each other, so it's really, you know,
pain
really
to get them
secure,
out.
right,
Yeah.
to get it apart.
We also started peeling around the elevator shaft. For decades, that elevator has been boxed in, wrapped up like a Christmas present that nobody wanted to open. And behind all of it, there's the brick that hasn't seen daylight since Lyndon Johnson was president. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even be born for another 7 years. It's chippy, rough, mortar's falling out, scarred, it's a little bit uneven, but it's honest, and that's the part that I love. I love to see this coming back. I mean, you can almost picture the workers back in the day kind of leaning against the wall here and knocking the dust off their pants and their work boots. This isn't decorator brick. It's working brick, built for a job, not a showroom. And now, after all these years hiding behind plywood and paneling, it's finally getting to breathe again. And the funny thing is, as we tear down all this progress, we're just trying to get back to what was here all along, exposed brick. The very thing someone in 1967 thought needed covering. I guess it's the circle of life.
What's it like when you go away and come back? Is it when you come back in, is it like, wow, that really changed?
It's kind of depressing for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just the scope of it hits me. I'll get all awash in that again, and then I start getting busy, and it passes. Somebody painted that brick brown. I have no idea why. I guess we can just power wash it off. It looks like looks like it's peeling. So
What is that? Just the back door to the freight?
yeah, you can enter from this side and that side. So that door looks pretty great. Once all that nastiness is cleaned up there.
And these weight channels inside here,
Yeah.
it looks like.
Yeah, for raising and lowering the door. He's talking about this thing. There's weights hanging. These chains.
As ugly as that green paint is compared to brown paneling.
That's right.
It really is.
Yeah.
So Otto was like a bullet train because he got started over there and just knocked that whole wall out over there, and he's like, okay, we got momentum, let's keep going.
Yeah, he's
And went all the way around and got the elevator. So
Oh, I'm stopped now. I'm picking up another one of those.
You found your stuff.
I'm on my third shirt. I think that's good. I came prepared too.
oh my gosh, it looks great. It's amazing. Now power washing it really,
Yeah.
because it still looks dirty, right? But once you power wash that,
Yeah.
there's a floor drain right there.
Which does that work?
It doesn't work? Okay. Then we need to clean it out. We don't even know where any of the drains go in this building.
No, we don't.
It just goes away. Yeah, it just disappears.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, you like testimonials. I was going to say, get the camera out.
Yeah. Okay.
Ask me what I think.
What do you think?
This first floor, this is what I'm looking for. This really is huge garage space, big open space, wide open, segmented off areas there. The bathrooms are so cool on the upper levels. I would probably do something silly and make the living part the bathrooms, and then I would have a huge garage space, a workshop. I've always had thoughts of making a maker space. That would be an eventual goal. Having a rental space, with something like this would be something I would consider in the
So it's kind of like
thing I'm looking
ideal,
for.
but there's 2 extra stories.
But then you've got the second and third floor, and I gotta say, much respect and blessings, and that is really something
Like
extra to
if
take
you would have
on up
seen
there.
it the day we bought it, like
I
'cause
can't imagine.
that's the last 10% that you're seeing there.
It's like buying a used car, and I've seen other properties, and it's like, oh, the car looks great in the picture. How bad could it be? And you get there, and it's just, when you take a closer look at it, it's incredible. And that's how it can be with any kind of property.
Yeah.
Like once you get into it, just the things that you will see. The structural stuff up on the third floor was interesting to see, especially after the videos.
Right.
To see the repair you made, and there's another repair where they really amateurishly cribbed in a beam.
Oh, that was the previous
Yeah,
owners.
Exactly. Yeah. No. You did much better, and that's not a difficult fix. What you have back there with that column.
Yeah.
There were some suggestions in your comments that were spot on about building a wall on the first floor, raising the second floor, building another wall to raise the third floor.
Yeah.
And push that'll all push right back into place. It's just heavy things that you have to move around.
Yeah.
But this is wonderful. I'm glad I came out,
Yeah.
and it's really something to see. Very motivational.
So you put in a pretty amazing day of work. So
It's what you got to do. Because I've done this before, that was nothing new or unexpected. And
yeah.
it was funny to say that maybe I would be the right guy for the job at the right time.
Yeah.
And it turns out this was exactly it. I knew how to blow right through all of this. It was very straightforward, and I'm glad to make a visible difference.
And it looks amazing. Yeah. The only thing we got to do is patch those bottom 3 windows so kids don't come in.
Yep. No, it is more exposed there, but also a great place to now seal up because everything was getting trapped in between. Those windows were still broken.
Yeah.
It was just a void in between there.
So, and there was so much dirt and dust. And at some point, I mean, like, the amount of dirt in here is incredible. I don't know where it came from. So, but it's not infinite. It's got to clear out someday, right?
So that's something with a brick and mortar building is that the mortar just over time just works its way out both on the inside and outside, and that's where you just get this. It's continuous.
Yeah.
So over time it really builds up, but even over a short period of time it can be dirty and messy to work with.
Yeah. So, well, we're super grateful.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad I could come out. Highly recommend it. To
If you end up pulling the trigger on a building, maybe I'll come out and have a look at it. For fun.
It's a little bit
Return
down the
the favor.
line yet, but it's in my near future.
Yeah, well, we're friends now, so.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.